and that is the handcuff tier of this. Kenny Gainwell was going to be my choice for this, but I will start out with Mr. Melvin Gordon, the ultimate handcuff for Javonte Williams in Denver. I think that Melvin Gordon is the guy that you're going to draft on your team. He's not going to be a flashy pick. He's not hurt, and he's going to put up points. So when you put him in, you could even put him in your flex position, and you're still going to get points. Or if there's any problem with Javonte at all throughout the season, Melvin Gordon will be sitting right there to take on that RB1 workload because that's just what he is. I mean, the only part that people don't like about him is that he's old and he was hurt, but I don't think there's any problem. And Russell Wilson knows how to hand the ball off. He didn't in that one Super Bowl, mind you, but he does know how to hand the ball off every other time in every other crucial situation. I'm sorry, Seahawks fans. I didn't mean to sideswipe you there, but it happens.
It hurts their feelings. No, I have to agree, honestly. Like, I don't want people to think that, like, downplay Javonte Williams because I think he is the number one back here, but
Right.
Melvin Gordon is a great value. And if they even do half of what they did last year with your 900 yards and 8 touchdowns with Melvin Gordon, that's a steal in the 8th round, 9th round, whenever you're getting them. So there is a lot of news coming out. Actually, Melvin Gordon injured his foot today. I think they're receiving it today. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, obviously that just gives Javonte Williams a little bit more time to practice with Russell Wilson, get a little bit of rapport with him. So excited to see what happens with Javonte Williams. I think a lot of people are like, well, they brought Melvin Gordon back, so he's not the guy anymore, but he is still the guy. They brought Melvin Gordon back because it worked last year and they don't have a better option. So
I made a lot of trades for Melvin Gordon last year and it worked out well because, after they drafted Javonte, everyone was scared off of him, but
no, they did it. Actually, they were a great tandem. Like, I get it for fantasy purposes, it sucked, but like they were a great tandem. Like, they were probably one of the best running back tandems in the league, and neither one were really necessarily pass catchers.
Absolutely.
Truth.
Speaking of pass catchers, though, I got Rachaad White as my handcuff here. We've all heard of Lenny Donut, and I'm not saying that White is going to steal the RB1 job, but the arrow is definitely pointing sky high for him. For having a major role on this offense. Todd Bowles was speaking glowingly about his pass protection prowess, and he's been running with the ones pretty consistently in camp. So this dude scored 16 touchdowns last year at Arizona State and had 1,400 yards. If Lenny gets hurt, watch out. But even if he doesn't, he still has quite a bit of value. And going at RB54 right now, I like him. I'm going to have him on a lot of teams this year.
Honestly, there's no surprise here. Like, I knew Rachaad White would be in this conversation somewhere with you, Joe. So, like, and I have no argument against him, especially with the fat Leonard Fournette.
He's considering solid. We had to talk him down.
He said surefire, and we were like, "Hey, listen, he's not a Chubb." But no, honestly, I completely agree. Like, honestly, Rachaad White might be one of the best handcuffs. And honestly, I don't think he really falls in the handcuff category. I think
but if Fournette were to get hurt,
100%, as Billy would say. But just in general, I think he's not even quite a handcuff. I think, if anything, remember that gamble sleeper would be better for this, really, because he is the guy, and we will talk about him much more, and he may creep up some draft boards depending on camp news. So we'll see what happens with him. Getting into my guy, sticking with the rookie category, my guy's Isaiah Spiller, and this is one guy who I actually think is a handcuff. And I know a lot of people are excited about Isaiah Spiller as being the next guy. And the Chargers have done this like 3 years in a row now where they keep trying to find an RB2 to spell Eckler. But I think they found him. I think this is the guy. And I think he is, unfortunately, this year, no more than a handcuff. I think he will have a good role. And no matter what you say, I think he's there to back up Eckler. I still think he should be drafted in all clearness. I think you absolutely draft Spiller. If he's undrafted, go pick him up after the draft. You're like, oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't pick him up. Go get him. Burn your waiver move on him. That's how important I think he is. So Spiller has the unfortunate duty of backing up literally the most versatile running back in the league. So unfortunately, I don't see this being a huge role for him. He may have a couple of good games. He may have a couple of good plays, but I think it's going to be a 10 touch game for him at the max unless Eckler goes down. So that's why I think he's the most important handcuff, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like Isaiah Spiller a lot. I will say that here's just my bet. He's going to be on one of the winning Millie Maker teams at some point this year. I just envision him putting up 2 touchdowns, like 100 yards out of nowhere on that one. So I do like Isaiah Spiller a lot. The talent's there. He's not nearly as versatile as Eckler is, but, if Eckler were to get hurt, you're looking at a probably top 15 back.
Well, there's definitely times that I considered Isaiah Spiller the top running back coming out of this running back class. So like to find himself in this kind of situation is frankly kind of weird. I didn't really expect for this to be the way that it goes for him. I'll say that I think he might end up with maybe 80 touches this season. Maybe. I mean, he obviously isn't going to get the 200 or whatever that Austin Eckler got. I don't think he's going to cut any of that workload, but I think he will kind of add together all of the other backup running backs, and he will be the one backup running back. There won't be the Justin Jacksons, Larry Roundtree, all those other guys. I don't think they're going to be used as much as Isaiah Spiller will be behind him. But yeah, he probably won't be usable week to week, and he will only be used if Austin Eckler goes down, probably.
I still think you should draft him just on the off chance that they do try to do more of a split field, because Eckler is a small guy and you don't want him injured. But fun fact, Justin Jefferson's gone, so it's just him, Larry Roundtree, and Eckler. And I didn't see anything. If anyone saw anything, it was Justin Taylor or Justin Jackson. And then Joshua Kelly is obviously still there too, but neither one of them impressed beyond Justin Jackson, which makes no sense that Joshua Kelly and Roundtree are the two left over, other than they were drafted after him. So yeah, it's Isaiah Spiller and Eckler all the way. And then if they need a goal line guy, and they don't, but they never really seem to have any problem with putting a little guy out there for goal line carries. So I don't know.
Sure.
I'm excited about both of them. But
I'm excited for them too. Excited for this offense as well.
This offense is going to be
awesome.
great. Yeah.